Good evening, everybody. We hope you have your petty boots on. Where, Lucy? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, stepmothers, adopted mothers, mother figures, grandmothers, furry pet mothers. So, Johnny, what you got going on this week?
Nothing, but I did have some slight announcements. Well, actually, I have nothing going on, but Lori from the Way of Positive Change is doing a tarot class that starts this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And it's about 90 minutes or so, and it goes on for several weeks. So it's a whole course, not just one class. It's $105. Email her at thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com if you would like this to enroll, I guess you can call it. I'm going to do a class, but it's not until August the 5th, I believe. So in August the 5th, I will be doing my beginner's tarot class. So if you are interested in that, just email me. Don't pay me now, because just in case life goes a little sideways, I don't want to hold nobody's money. So just send me an email saying you're interested, and I'll just write your name down to save you a place. But like I said, Lori's is starting this Thursday. Mine is in August the 5th. Also, I got a PayPal donation from someone. I won't say your name just because it was your real name on there. But PayPal doesn't put you all's email address in there anymore. So I couldn't email you to tell you thank you. So just in case people do send us donations and you don't hear anything back, some sort of form of gratitude of at least a little bit, that's why, because we have no idea how to contact you. The PayPal has a thing to where you can just type in a message in PayPal, but who goes back to check it, I don't know. But that's that. And also I have a birthday stream on May the 24th. Just a small thing. It's like probably an hour and a half, something like that. But I'm not going to do any readings on that. We'll do one, like, overall good message or something at the end. But I wrote a bunch of questions down, and so we'll have a soul chat type thing. And so that's what I have.
Cool. Becca, you got anything going on this week?
Maybe I'll go online and do a couple of grand tableaus. Not sure. We'll see.
I had to go back and rewatch the one you did on MTG. It was awesome.
Yeah, I saw it today that the judge sided with her on being on the ballot,
Yep.
which that showed in the grand tableau that it works to her favor, but it doesn't look good for her come election time. If I interpreted it correctly, we'll see.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll try to go on sometime this week and do a couple. We'll see.
For me, I don't have anything scheduled this week, but wanted to thank everyone who's been scheduling personal readings with me. You can book those on my website, jinlintarot.com. That's in the description box down below. We have a lot of Petty Boots fans that book readings with me, so I want to thank all of them. They're always saying, "Tell Johnny and Becca thank you." They're so much fun. Friday night, you're on Adrian's channel, aren't you, Johnny, with the non-political?
Yes.
Those are always fun. If you're missing those, you got to come laugh with us. Well, let's see. Let's start with a message from Spirit for all the mothers. What does Spirit want to say to the moms out there?
Do the one thing that it seems is very difficult for a mother to do, especially if you have multiple children, and that is take a little time to take care of yourself. 6 of Wands and 7 of Wands, elevation, promotion, self-celebration. self-promotion. Do a little self-care. It may be hard, but try it anyway. Even if it's just, I was doing a reading for someone. I don't say your name just in case you want. I was doing a reading for someone, and she, she had a house full of people, so she went outside, and she was walking up and down in the neighborhood, and just she in the middle of her sentence, she stops and she's like, "What?" Because I'm like, "Who's she talking?" She's talking to her son because he was telling her she was getting too far from the house. So, so there is this, it's hard to steal away sometimes, but do give it a try, even if it's just a bubble bath when everybody's asleep.
Did you get Becca?
So there's the message from Spirit. Just to be kind to yourself, to watch your health, all aspects of your health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, all of it. Take time for yourself, care for yourself, and loyalty will be rewarded, and trust and all that stuff. So take time for you.
It's interesting. Queen of Pentacles for me represents earthbound energy, so moms that are here, and crossed by the death card, moms that are in spirit. You have all the tools with the Magician. You have all the tools to do what you need to do as a mother. Be open, be honest, provide security. This is something when you become a mother, you're chained to it for your whole life. It's not like you're ever not a mom, right? So you're chained to it, and it's a learning process for both you and your children. Be open and honest, be approachable with your children so that they can come to you for your wisdom. This Four of Pentacles I love because she's got a book on her head. Your wisdom that you carry as you transition, especially into older maturity, they come to you for wisdom and communication, to talk with you about your wisdom. And I get, especially like mothers, children are going to talk to much more so a lot of times than the father figure because we're drawn to them, that feminine energy. And that's completion. That's what the cycle of motherhood is about. That's what I'm getting. So happy Mother's Day out there to everyone. I had to get out my Influence of Angels cards for that one. All right. We're going to start out with a little bit of deep diving on Roe v. Wade. And then we're going to get into petty boots galore. So I want to start with, will there be any repercussions for the judges that committed perjury in their confirmation hearings?
No, everybody's pretty secure. The Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, their first two cards, pretty secure in what it is that they gave out. The Queen of Swords and the Justice is both here. Like you can be upset about what it is they said and what it is they did and the lies and this and this and this. The accountability is just not there, especially since you can't get rid of them until they just croak. There's no ethics for Supreme Court justices. There are no real direct lines to impeachment. I know Glenn Kirshner was talking about impeachment proceedings should persist in this and should go on or should start, and that's not going to happen, I don't think, because you have to get somebody to think that way, first of all. But death in the world, it does open up a discussion because the death is a huge change to something that was once complete. It does open up a huge discussion about the laws and the legals and all of that with the Justice and the Queen of Swords. I just don't see anybody, at least in these 6 cards, going down for it though.
Yeah, I get that, that America wants to burden them, because I start out with my America card here with the courts. They would like to know, like, who is doing the contracts here to move forward, whoever is nominated. And everybody is watching now. They want to see some changes, move into a higher direction. So whether it's ethics or morality, truthfulness and honesty, this has been going on way too long, and they're America's looking at it as we need a healing now. So I do think they're hoping for some sort of new action or investigation into this. There will be a lot of talk, but I get we're kind of stuck with them for now until they retire. So, second question: will they impose term limits ever on SCOTUS?
Thank you, Letitia. Term limits. No, it's more of a chatter type thing, like there should be. And there's judgment in Page of Wands, so a lot of people are talking about it, a lot of publications, that type of thing. There is something to it. Thank you, Stu, man. The Eight of Swords in the world, though, they're stuck in place until their time runs out, literally, type of thing. Hermit in the Seven of Cups, they can look into it, but it really doesn't go anywhere because there's no clear. It's like Congress, they're not going to pose term limits on themselves because they want their job forever. So they're not going to do it to the Supreme Court either, is what I see.
Yeah, I'm getting, they're waiting and watching for that. Like, it's blocked for now because of all the money that's behind the SCOTUS nominees and pushing them through. So they'd like an agreement from both sides of the aisle. That's what they're not going to get. Anybody working together on this. There's too much corruption involved in this. So I'm not getting anytime soon there'll be term limits. So have all the judges decided firmly which way they're voting? Or was the leak because they haven't all decided? Now, our Roe v. Wade questions. Those of you asking in chat.
Have they decided?
Are they all firmly decided, or is somebody swaying? And that they released it maybe to pressure them.
Someone is weighing options. There is still pressure, however, too. So this could possibly be, this is not what it says, but this is just my psychic interpretation. There might be a Republican then, because I'm pretty sure we know where the Democrats would lie on such an issue. But someone here with the Seven of Swords, this is a scheme cooking up. There's the Judgment. So you would think, okay, they have their mind made up, but there would be no need for Seven of Swords. That would just be a clear, decisive, this is what I'm going to do. There is one party to that person, though, or persons, that is trying to pull them in one way. So they may be in favor of Roe v. Wade, but somebody else over here is saying, no, vote our way instead, because there is the Knight of Cups, the shallow offer, and then the Sun. So it will actually become apparent, believe it or not, of who this is and why this is. Six of Pentacles and the whatever that is, Five of Cups. So there will be some regret. So they may vote one way, like in favor of appealing or overturning Roe v. Wade, but something in them wanted to do something else.
Yeah, I get there's a timing issue. Somebody's anxious, even though they thought it was complete and they had support for it. In talking with somebody, the plans aren't solid yet. So I get somebody is talking to try to stick the point. And that's why the whistleblower or the leak came out, to let them know all the details about what was being worked on. Somebody is not happy about it, and there's going to be illumination on who that is. I get it's not completely locked up. But somebody's like kind of walking away from it a little bit. They're trying to pull them back in through releasing this message. So I get it's not clear yet. So let's flat out ask, will they reverse Roe v. Wade? Or turn it back over to the states is basically what they're doing. Will they turn it back over to the states? Let's ask it that way.
Will it become a states' rights issue?
We've already had Connecticut and California both working on things to make it permanently legal there.
Tell me, it's like living in 50 different countries.
And then the issue's going to start when the red states start trying to sue the blue states, because people in the red states are going to go, it's going to create a disaster for these people. A disaster, a freaking disaster. And I'm here for it. I'm just like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
Beth Captain
blow up
Chat.
in their faces, huh?
Yeah. Beth Captain Chat sent me a link to somebody who was talking about that's like trying to let all the states decide if slavery is legal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They tried that too.
Mm-hmm. Just let me know when I got to come down or come up. Just let me know.
Need a ride.
Will they turn it back over to the states? That's the attempt. I get the 10 of Cups. It's like happy harmony, but it's your happy and your harmony. So it's with the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. Whatever decision this is not final. The Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands, there's something, it happens too quickly. It happens erratically. I guess that's what the leak is. But whatever this messaging is, I'm going to say yes, just to make it simple. But yes, it will be turned back over to the states, like a states' right type of thing. But I don't know. That goes back and forth though with these cards.
Yeah, I got all the women on the bottom here. I get, trying to isolate it down to the states, and it's something they work together on. I get that they move forward victoriously, but there's a timing thing going on with this. So don't get, it's going to be awful for a little while. Don't get too bent out of shape, because they are going to bully this through. But there's going to be different perspectives by other states on the people we're leaving behind in this. I'm like, be patient. Somehow Biden's administration, so whether it's after the midterms or something, is going to find a way to block this. And there'll be changes coming through from a higher government perspective, so federal. So I think they'll be lucky if they get it to hold for till January 3rd.
Like, I remember, for those in the chat, I'm not reading on Roe v. Wade because I have very firm, like you are not shaking me, firm views on what this is about. And when the news happened, when Jenny texted me, asked Jenny, the first thing I said was, it's not going to fly. They're going to push it to the states. And, and then I told her, I was like, it's going to be like the same thing with marijuana laws. Marijuana is federally illegal, but the states still have passed laws to let you use it for medicinal purposes or recreational purposes. And then I told Jenny, I was like, this is just going to snowball out of control until they have to like back off. So that's why I'm not reading on it, because I have very firm views on how it's going to shake down.
One state that's trying to outlaw condoms. It's all about let's keep women pregnant and out of the workforce.
And here's my thing: nip the need for abortion at the source. Snip, mandatory vasectomies. That's just my view.
For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, who leaked the document? Was it a conservative, someone that works for a conservative judge, or was it somebody that worked for a liberal?
Oh, and if I may, you guys head over to Krispy Kreme. They have mini donuts for Mother's Day, and they're so good. So while y'all are reading, I'm gonna sit here and eat some donuts.
I think they should make it where you have to have a male and female agree to a man getting Viagra too.
Because if it's God's will for you to get pregnant, it's God's will for you to have limp dick. Sorry.
That's right.
Stay out of my body, I stay out of yours. If you don't like it, then don't do it.
They don't want you to force them to wear a mask, but they want to force you to have a baby.
Mm-hmm. And only care about it to bring it to term. Once it's here, you're on your own. I was watching that George Carlin clip that you put on there. Pre-birth, you're okay. Preschool, not so much.
Yeah,
I love that man. Rest in peace, George Carlin. But he like all his comedies were like so on point politically and socially that it's ridiculous.
What you getting, Johnny?
Nothing. I'm redrawing. Actually, I got the Two of Wands in the Tower. That didn't tell me anything.
I'm getting it's someone that's very emotional, and I'm getting similar to what I read on this Wednesday with Autumn. I wanted to look at it again because of how it came out in the cards. Someone who is on the losing side that's trying to bring change and move forward the conversation because there's people on both sides of the aisle that do not want to overturn this. So I get they provided the information. So did it for protection. They're having heartbreak over this. I'm going to say it was a liberal judge's, like an aide, someone like an assistant or an aide to a liberal.
And what I find very funny about this whole situation, I know everybody's up in arms and just losing their minds, and I'm over here totally chill because I know, like the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This is not going to fly, so I'm pretty chill about it. But what makes me laugh about the whole situation is that the Republican Party has, for the last few decades, has ensured that we get these completely radicalized, fanatical religious zealots into the Supreme Court, two of which just recently were deemed unfit by the American Bar Association, Amy Covid Barrett and I Like Beer, to force these laws down the throats of Americans, where these laws are only they're only favored by 15% of the country, and that comes from
to 20%.
Yeah, religious right. So make your bed and sleep in it, and cry when the time comes to pay your dues, because it's going to be a backlash for them.
Yeah. It's one of the stupidest things they could do before midterms.
Exactly. And like we were talking in before the show, they're spinning this as in, oh my God, the leak. It was going to come out June or July. Did you expect the public to have a different reaction to such an extremely unpopular view? No, it's
Plus, you got the Republicans all like, they should go to jail, whoever leaked this, and we need an investigation. It's not illegal. It's been done many times on the Supreme Court. They've had many leaks.
It was done when the first ruling came down on the original Roe v. Wade.
That's right, which was a 7-2 vote. So
it's like y'all painted yourselves into a corner. Have fun.
So whoever did it, no, they won't go to jail. They might lose their job, but if it's Breyer's aide, conservative aide, he's retiring anyway. They're out of a job anyway. What are you getting, Johnny? Did you get a clear answer?
I got the Fool and the Seven of Swords. So this is not a justice. This is someone who may work for them, but I'm still not getting a clear who, what side of that type of thing. But they had a scheme to do this. This was going to be done. This period. Now, mind you, let me say this too. I said this in my last video, whatever it was. It may not be kosher, I guess, but at this point, you can't keep bringing, the bag of marshmallows to the gunfight type of thing, or even the knife to the tank fight type of thing. They're always 9 steps ahead of you with all kinds of ammunition you're not even thinking of, let alone have. You have to fight against the boogeyman. That's what they do to us all the time. Oh my God, they're going to teach your kids about gender. They're going to teach your kids math. And it's like, vote against the Democrats. They're coming for your children. They're coming for your guns. They're coming for your freedom. We have to take the boogeyman, and we're not even making it up. Take the boogeyman and run against it. The Roe v. Wade, the no masks anywhere type of thing, to where we don't care about COVID anymore, and the people who still want to overthrow the government, and the Proud Boys and the Goofy Boys and the peanut, like all these people are still there. Donald Trump is still alive. He's still a thing. Run against the boogeyman in the midterms. Run against the boogeyman in the presidential election. That's how he lost in the first place. You got to keep doing it, because motivating the base is kind of done. You can come out and talk about free college and healthcare all you want to. We all know how that works. You put it to a vote, it goes nowhere. You got your mansions and cinemas to make sure it doesn't. So you have to run against the boogeyman. You just do.
Yeah, you made me think of another question I keep meaning to ask on Sunday nights. When you mentioned Trump, he keeps talking about he'll run in 2024 if his health is permitting. If his health is permitting. So we're going to come back to Roe v. Wade in a second here in the Supreme Court. But I want to know, is he projecting that so that he can use that excuse when the lawsuits start piling up and he can't get out of them? I mean, they're already piling up, but when he can't win them, is he going to use his health as an excuse? Like, oh, I can't come to testify today, or I can't do a deposition
Throw
today.
a Harvey Weinstein and walk around with the walker.
I'm 5 years old. I'm sick. I can't come to school today.
When Letitia James has got him by the short hair, because he owes her $10,000 a day. So using it as a distraction. I should ask, why did he say that? Oh yeah.
I still can't get over how he's running around talking about that cognitive test like it was an IQ test, you guys. I can't.
He was so proud.
He's so proud. He's like, I scored 185 on my IQ test. It's like, no, sir. It's a cognitive test. Congratulations. You know how to identify an elephant and a giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
I get that he's having aging issues up here. Man, ring, lilies, snake, and whip. So he's serious decline, aging stuff. I don't see health. I see his age.
Interesting. What you getting, Johnny?
7 of Swords, 6 of Cups, childish scheme is basically what that translates to. If you just read them like they are. There's also him trying to get away with something trying to look innocent. But it's, of course, 7 of Swords is a scheme. However, the strength is about good health, great health, strong health, that type of thing. And then there is the Tower. It could be failing. Now, mind you, again, I always want to caveat, asterisk, don't look for blood in the water. Don't say, he's got syphilis and he's got gangrene and all the. Let's be a little temperate about this, but he is still, like Becca said, his age. And so the sands of time do not go up the hourglass. So however old he is, it still does affect his body, and especially since he's overweight and so forth and so forth. But yeah, the strong health that he has enjoyed is going to have this is not over time. This is sudden. This is an eruption because of something over time or some faulty foundation. And not to say he's going to have some sort of attack, but that's kind of what that means.
Yeah, I get it. It's something genetic. The family legacy card for me means there's something genetic going on with him, and patience. And these are my heart cards. Like he may have blockages in the heart or something, but I get he's also trying to block if he knows he's going to lose in the election. So he's trying to feel out, it's a defense thing. If he thinks he's going to lose, he's not going to run. But it's also, his brain is also being affected here, has for a little while. And it's his way of trying to move away from serving jail time. So I'm getting both.
Yeah.
So, is the timing of the leak from the Supreme Court, was it orchestrated to distract from the January 6th hearings that are coming up in June?
Some fell out. 2 of Swords.
It's another way of figuring out, is it a conservative or a liberal judge that had it leaked, had made leak it?
No, it was more trying to reveal something that maybe the person thought might have been secret. Hit the 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune in the middle, so it was going to come anyway, like you all said, to where leak it now, leak it later, it's going to come out. It's not like this. It's not a secret. It's just not everybody's knowledge right now. And so I think the person thought they were just revealing something that was going to come out in time, but they just did it first. Like, hey, maybe it was more of a be prepared, because that 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in or waiting for your inventory. So when the ships do come in, you do need to be prepared to receive. So just as a heads up, here's what's coming.
Yeah, I get it was done for truth reasons, to get the truth out about what the judges were racing into action on the children with and passing judgment, hoping that something could be done because they felt like it was something underhanded. And these judges on the courts are feeling quite victorious and bullying and pushing it through. So, no, didn't have anything to do with January 6th. No fighting cards. All right, let's get petty. Madison Cawthorn has a new video that came out on Hump Day, Wednesday. I can't even explain it. I put it this way to Johnny and Becca. It was like watching a grown man like a dog on a teddy bear.
Yeah.
I lost my questions for him. all these videos that's leaking them? Or is it multiple people? Like everybody he's ever been naked around has these videos? Like all these films of him.
Oh,
And this is why, kids, you don't go out and get drunk and do drugs and give your friends access to a phone that has a recorder on it. Okay? Don't be doing stupid shit that you don't want getting out.
and then try to run for office.
And then try to run for office.
Oh, Chris Wickens, I don't think we have to ask that. We've gotten to that in the last 2 weeks. So because I got like these videos are going to keep coming. So who's leaking up these? Is it multiple people? Is it one person? Is it his little cousin Steven that's also an aide for him, and he pays him like more than any other aide in the Congress? Because kissing cousins.
I mean,
That's who grabbed his crotch in the last video.
Who? Lord Jesus. Well, let me pull some more cards then, shall I? Okay, I don't need more cards, but let's pull some more cards then, shall we?
Get more on a story.
I have a question. He lied about his car accident, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And what was the cause of his car accident?
I don't know.
He was in a car with other people. I think they were drinking and driving and stuff, if I remember right.
Were there survivors?
Yes.
Because I get it was someone that was quite possibly a male, because this is the Jack of Diamonds. Someone very important or significant, that accident here. And then that resulted in them having to carry this on their back, even though I don't know if there was another person that was seriously injured, but simply because this sits in the middle, I'm thinking maybe a younger man that may have known or was there during the accident. So.
It's a man that records most of this, but it's someone with the Six of Cups he's known for a very long time. If that's his cousin, then it's like when your 18-year-old, 17-year-old daughter got pregnant and you sent her away and she came back with her sister and not her baby. So he's got an old childhood friend / cousin. Knight of Cups. I didn't make it up. Look it up. There is some sort of romantic entanglement with this person, though. It just is. They also have a financial relationship. So I don't know if is his cousin his aide. You said.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, he's getting paid too, so then maybe it's him. But I do get they ride around a lot together. So if that was the one in the car with the chariot, then when he was doing all the touchy grabby in the car too, then yeah, it's that's who it is. We're always together. So
I definitely get the erratic knife charging in here. I definitely get it's somebody like he partied with and related to the car. Some confusion around that car accident, but I also get that there's a leader that wants him to go away, that is putting this person up to bullying him with these videos. So there's corruption going on here with this. Like he is targeted by somebody else. So I think there's many, many, many more videos coming. So they're they're trying to change his power structure, get him out. But yeah, he's got secrets.
Now that's the one who recorded it, but who keeps putting them out?
That's where I think that there's is he in the Senate or the House? There's a leader
Within the house.
House.
that knows.
He's in the
Because
house.
they don't like him anymore since he told them, told everybody about the sniffing parades that they.
What was it he said? He said we were just being crass, and
Yeah, we were being crass, and I was trying to be funny, is what he
Yeah.
said.
But he said, like, this is a drip 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 campaign.
Yes.
There's going to be more drips.
So, because they're not done with him, it's like
So what's
staying
next?
out of office, I guess.
What's the next video going to be about?
Oh,
Are there
Lord.
more videos?
So we got the lingerie or lingerie, as Archie Bunger would call it, the lingerie pictures, the touch and grab in the car, now the dry hump the bed thing, and it's, oh God, what's next? It's like the QAnon readings all of a sudden. It's like, what's next?
How can it get worse for him? Is it going to get worse for him? Ooh, betrayal on the bottom.
I think there's something around him pretending to take drugs or something. That's what I think. Here's the thing too, children and the baby children of the world. Don't record everything. Don't take pictures of your body and send them to nobody. Keep all that stuff to yourself. You never know who you send it to. They might like you right now, but you step on their new white tennis shoes, and next thing you know, they got you all over the Snapchats and things. And
I wouldn't be surprised if his wife is a little bit in on this too, as vengeful retribution. What you getting, Johnny?
That's what I think he is going. Something is going to come out to where it looks like he's pretending to take drugs, like snorting lines or something.
Oh, I didn't inhale. What you getting, Becca?
I got whip man, crossroads woman, and writer. So possibly news coming out about his sexcapades with several women, maybe escorts because women come to visit. Also drug deliveries, because this is addictions, and then this is more than one here with Crossroads, several addictions that are delivered. Okay, so this is a woman, queen of diamonds, and this is a woman, so there may be two women involved in one of the things that comes out, but I see sexcapades and drug deliveries, maybe. And
I get a three-way. I get there's a betrayal here, and that's the Three of Swords. I get a three-way, big time. Maybe even in the car, like having a good time in the car, doing it in secret. There is a woman involved, but I get there's a man involved too, his beloved cousin possibly, but he plays the starring role in it, so he's center stage. This is going to be really like bam. This one's going to be ridiculous. Oh, so it's Mother's Day. What does Madison Cawthorn's mother, Miss Priscilla Cawthorn, think of her beloved Christian son now with all these videos coming out? Thank you, Marby. Johnny Googled her name for me. Priscilla Cawthorn. What do you think of your son, Meathead Maddie?
Well, yeah. And let me say this too. in defense of the mothers out there, because the first thing people do is blame the child's behavior on the mother. You didn't raise your child right. First of all, he has two parents, number one. However, even with that, when you become a grown person, you can do what you want to do. Yes, you can stray completely far from the path and just be a completely different Stephen Miller type person. Or maybe you didn't fall far from the tree. We don't know, but I get the Nine of Swords is the first card. There is some worry, a bit of anxiety, because this doesn't just reflect upon him, it reflects upon the family. Because, oh, I just saw your son on TV talking about, escapades with the teddy bear in the bed and all this type of stuff. And then there is the Page of Swords, the child with the behavioral issues. So keep in mind, he is all of 26 years old. So he's not completely matured just yet, but you shouldn't be in office either. Seven of Cups and Four of Cups, she has no idea what to do. This has put her in the tailspin. Seven of Cups, confusion, way too many choices, way too many things to look at, too many stories, possible a bunch of chatter, especially if you're in the front pew and everybody's behind you, like, oh, that's Priscilla right there. I seen her child on the 9 o'clock news doing this and this and this and this and this. And so it's Four of Cups, she has to accept the reality because it ain't going away. This is actually not even the end. So, last card, Two of Pentacles. She's out of balance, doesn't know quite what to do. This is a little too much on her plate right now. Don't abandon your children. That is not what I'm about to say. However, he grown. Let him clean this up himself. I know it still reflects on you, but he's still grown. Wash your hands.
What you getting, Becca?
Oh, poor Madison. Oh, poor Madison. He must be so depressed that he's being targeted. He is such a lovely, loyal, friendly, sacrificing guy. He's the type of guy that would give the shirt off his back to the homeless, homosexual black man on the corner of the street. Like, that's what I get.
I was trying to swallow, god dang it.
I have to throw that in there because I'm sure she's a racist bigot as well too. I don't know anything about her though.
I get her relationship with him is secure because she sees it differently. But there is heartbreak in the home, with the mother. But again, like, she thinks he was just being young and naive, and this card is naive also. But she does think that everything changed when the leaders started walking away from him and getting things out of balance, and targeting him, bullying him. So I think she's like, he's the victim in her mind.
Mm-hmm. And okay, to be fair, I can agree with that, because he didn't ask for all his business to be put out in the street. At the same time, I'm still here for it, so go ahead.
Yeah, me too, because he's a piece of crap. So
Yeah, and you're a hypocrite, so go right ahead.
Yep.
Just like I want to, you can go Lindsey Graham house, look in his closet, and he's got one of them buttons where you push it and then the door slides, and that's where he got all his stilettos at. I bet you. So
Yeah, I'm surprised Lindsay hadn't given him some advice on how to deal with this.
he probably did.
Keep it quiet.
He probably did.
Probably set them as number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Sanders introduced a bill to legalize weed federally. Will it go through?
8 of Cups flew out. Eight of Clubs flew out and Eight of Cups came back. No, I'll just say that. Eight of Cups, Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Keep in mind, though, this is something that is revisited, so it's not something that goes away and stays away forever. Just because you said no one time don't mean nothing. So it will come back, but I'm going for no right now.
No, there needs to be something that gets taken out or eaten away. There's growing it, health stuff. It needs to be solid, and then there's your bill. So it's like it's something gets taken away from it. Either it doesn't have the votes, or there needs to be something in the bill taken away. But no, it needs to be more solid for it to go through. So.
Yeah, I get they may have to hang on to it for a while until they get like the nostalgia card here. Everybody's ready for this. Everybody's been watching and waiting, but it's like they need victories and more with more governor states. Like get a few more victories there in America before it'll go through, because there's options in there that may not need to be there. There's sneakiness going on. I do think ultimately it will pass somewhere down the road, but not quite yet.
I'm always surprised Big Pharma and tobacco industry didn't get behind it. Like, we could sell marijuana in cigarette boxes, and then you can sell it in every doctor's office.
No, I can totally see why. And also the alcohol industry, especially the big beer industry, because why are you going to go spend the money on beer when you can just go to the liquor store and buy yourself a joint? Or not even the liquor store, go to the dispensary, roll yourself up a joint, take a couple puffs, and you're laid out, where we want you addicted to our products. And that's the thing, Big Pharma. Like, you can't smoke weed, but we can flood the market with oxycodone, kill people, make them addicted, and then when we go to court, slap on the wrist a couple $1 million, which is pennies to these guys. So I see the interest in keeping it illegal, the corporate interest to keep it illegal. I've never heard of anybody dying of smoking marijuana or overdosing on marijuana.
You might have got beat up once or twice, but
might have OD'd on potato chips.
I mean, did you just really eat all my Cheetos? We about to fight.
So Adam Schiff has introduced legislation to overturn Citizens United, which is, what McConnell got through the Supreme Court to keep hidden all the money in their super PACs. How will this do? If he's smart, he won't bring it up for a vote until after midterms.
What was the bill for again?
Citizens United to overturn it. Citizens United allowed all these super PACs to hide money for campaigns. Mitch McConnell's baby. Ooh, making people nervous.
There's a problem with the completion, like getting it to be a complete vote or a complete thing. Something is erratic here with the Knight of Swords. It keeps changing directions, which means it could go down to the wire, but you can't get the dinos or dinos, however they call it, the Democrats a name only, to be on the same page. Because there's an argument or bickering politics, 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and getting it complete. But the 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles takes time. This is patience. And it's interesting with this card too, showing something growing, the Ace of Wands, which also takes patience. So this is one of those things to where there is no real giving up on this, but it will produce results eventually. This might be literally 7 whole years. It might be, because Biden's got what? 2 more And if he runs again, that gives him 6. So this might be a few years in the making, this in particular thing, but it takes time. Don't lose hope on that one just yet.
What you getting, Becca?
For the person in the chat that was saying Republicans are going to get pissed off when they can't take dark money, there's a bunch of Democrats too. So don't just point the finger over there, because we got a bunch of dirty folks and I'm dirty too. No.
Look at Manchin and Sinema.
There's another one that's running for the House of Representatives who is anti-abortion, but he's got the full support of the entire Democratic Party, including Nancy Pelosi, that's been campaigning for him. Think about it. No, it's lucky for the government. It's lucky for the courts until they have luck in the government or in the courts. No, it's not gonna change anytime soon.
Yeah, I get it's causing a lot of anxiety here. All that sitting pretty financially, that's my sitting pretty card, and trying to blow that up. The way it's structured, there's too many people that are laying low on it because they want to protect their funding. There's something about how they are trying to get the corruption out and blocked that's going to move forward from this. So I don't know if it's Citizens United or something else, but there's something else legally that they kind of shift the focus to take the initial step is what I'm getting. So Citizens United, no, but they get a little something done through the House. And then they're just trying to find a way to get both sides of the aisles to work on it, to move it forward again. So I don't know what that is. There's something else smaller than Citizens.
There's a little, that Ace of Wands at 7, there's a little peak of something, but it's not an overturn, but it's like almost like a guardrail. Like, your campaign still, and as you can take money from whoever, but you can't take more than this because it doesn't take this much to run anybody's campaign. I don't care who you are, type thing. But there's a little something, a little olive branch.
Okay, Elmer One-Eyed Stewie Rhodes Fudd. Oh, you'll shoot your eye out, Stewie Rhodes. He made a phone call. He was trying to get a hold of Trump on January 6th.
That's probably bad karma. I probably shouldn't.
You're going to start digging tunnels in your house?
He wears glasses, and he always does that. He has his iPad underneath his glasses.
It's like is it still 20/20 vision if you only got one eye? 9.5, 10. Is that what we got?
So he tried to call, according to William Wilson, who was an oath creeper who pled guilty to conspiracy charges. So he's facing a lot of years. He said that he overheard Stewie on the phone with someone very high up in the administration trying to get to Trump to get him to ask the paramilitary groups like the Oath Creepers and the Peanut Butter Boys to block a peaceful transition of power. And Rhodes was heard saying, "I just want to fight." So I guess my first question is, what else has William Wilson said about little one-eyed Stewie Rhodes?
What else you giving up?
Because he's up on conspiracy charges. He could be facing some of the
Queen of Wands, okay.
I think we should get One-Eyed Stewie Rose and Madison Cawthorn together in a video. Something about that pirate's patch might go good in lingerie. A lacy little pirate's patch.
Well, I mean, Madison likes guns. Maybe he can teach him how to use one.
He pulls to the right now because, you know.
You know what trips me out about this whole thing, though? That One-Eyed Stewie, he went to did he go to Yale or Harvard? And he's a
I think
lawyer.
it was Yale. He went and graduated law, I think.
And he's a lawyer. Did he think to read the Constitution before he came up with his genius plan to like
dig his tunnels in a rental house property and go storm the White or the Capitol building?
I mean, come on, dude. Or did he buy his degree and his law license like the rest of these rich folk that just purchase their credentials? It's
Well,
like,
sometimes people who graduate college are not really smart. They just memorized details
yeah.
and just regurgitated it back on the test. Okay, you passed.
But he had to pass the bar. He had to pass the
He
bar
has to
exam.
pass the bar. So
Uh-huh.
it's just like, how in the hell did this guy go to a prestigious school that cost a crap ton of money, more than most people's yearly wages,
Mhm.
and then still think it was a genius idea to go cause an insurrection?
Well, how do you have your husband on SCOTUS and you think it's a good idea to go work for the insurrection?
I.
I mean, come on. How's that going to look?
Oh,
So,
I got
what
the
else
Four of Cups and the Temperance card. There was working with someone. I'm going to say she because the Queen of Wands flew out when I was shuffling. She was rather reluctant, or she was a keeper of secrets reluctantly. Because there's something here with the Hermit. This was done not in isolation, but it was done not in secret. It's almost it's almost like, let's say for instance they dug the tunnels and then he met with somebody in one of the tunnels. It's that kind of isolation. So it's like you met in the skiff. It's like you met in a place that's classified type thing. That's coming out, or that's going to be exposed. So there's some sort of place they would go to have a secret, top. Like he think he's has one of them whiteboards with the string that attaches from one person to, like, he thinks he's that person. So there's going to be some exposure on that. And the Fool and the Knight of Pentacles. There's also a paper trail that was actually quite foolish. Yeah, that's Stephanie. I keep calling you by your government name. I apologize. This is the name of the deck. It is actually currently my second favorite, Marchetti. I'm sorry to help you with your habits like mine, but there you go. Pete said it was okay, so there.
So to go with Johnny's reading, they were basically trying to do an Inspector Gadget, like they pop the note and then the note blows up after the
This message will self-destruct.
It does stuff for you, then it goes back. I get those that were working together that were linked to travel and transport of some sort for the insurrection, and causing all the big problems. Also, maybe something here to do with gas. So I don't know. I know that a lot of them, when they overtook Capitol Police, they took their gas, but this is something gaseous too. So maybe they
pepper spray, gaseous. Yep.
So maybe they brought their own, because it says here those that were working together that are linked to the transport to move gas here, move and change gas. So also maybe like not just Stewie, but other people that were perhaps working together to, I wouldn't say weapons, but to move stuff, and the link and the plan behind that.
Yeah. I get it, that he considers the work was unfinished, like they had other things on their agenda. So he gave up those other things that were on their agenda they didn't accomplish. Definitely something about the money that was given to Stewie here, agreements that he made, and about the actions that they would take as the Oath Creepers, that definitely got illuminated. I get they had watchers, lookouts, like some sort of lookouts, because they were a little bit nervous there. And then trying to change America. Something about transportation, definitely, and something about how it wouldn't take much to hold to show strength. Like it wouldn't take many people to show strength. So there's something about the police and the military help and everything like that. It was limited. There was very limited defense. And I get also like someone they were going to target to take out. So I think they had a real intention of taking somebody out.
You know what is the biggest thing that pisses me off the most about the entire insurrection is seeing the number of current and former military, current and former police officers, people that should know better because they beat this stuff into your head every single day, who still thought this was a grand idea.
Mm-hmm.
My brain melts when I think about that. Like, what part of that did they teach you that it was okay in boot camp?
Well, they're not always the brightest though, because like a lot of them that got caught, filmed themselves. Like there was one guy, I was watching a video where he kept a diary, a schedule of everything he did and at what time, like hit pop over the head.
A 70-something-year-old man, you sent me that. I was like, oh dear God. And we're supposed to be the libtards, which is, derogatory term for people that are mentally
kept in his day planner a diary of his step-by-step of the day of where he was. Like, I'm on the Capitol steps at 1 p.m. I'm inside at this time. I'm, pepper spraying a cop at this time. And 70 years old, kept a whole journal on it during the day and filmed himself.
And Joe Schmo, that's right. They thought the president had the authority to tell them what to do, and they did it. But that still is on you. You are a whole grown person. If he told you go eat yellow snow, are you going to do it? If he told you jump off the cliff, are you going to do it?
Bleach, Johnny, and they did.
The
thing is the convenience of that mentality. Because if Biden were to tell you the same thing, or Obama were to tell you the same thing, they would know better than to not do it.
Trust.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like that's not even a reasonable argument. Because if you want to say he's the commander in chief of everybody in the land, including he's
the to rephrase, he's the cult leader, and they're going to do it because he said drink the Kool-Aid and you'll see Nirvana, and that's what because mind you,
and I'll pay your legal bills.
Yes,
he's out there golfing in Mar-a-Lago while everybody else is rotting away in jail or getting ready to go rot in jail.
And give us a pardon that he didn't do.
So everybody else texted and called Mark Meadows. Did William Wilson overhear Stewie Rhodes talking to Mark Meadows? Because they don't know who Stewie was talking to. Was Stewie talking to Mark Meadows?
Jesus was on the main line. You're supposed to tell him what you want. That's what it is.
I'm sure that they've subpoenaed Stewie's phone calls and everything to see who he was talking to, but it was someone high up in the administration, was all William Wilson said.
It answers something else, but let's just say that's one of the people. But it's saying here, because my first card is the Wheel of Fortune. There is time that he spent on the phone with a whole bunch of people. It's also my technology card. It's not followed by a communications card. It's followed by strength and temperance. So if I got, like, say, 8 of Wands, Page of Wands, I can say he was talking to someone or sent a text message to someone with the technology card. In this case, I'm going to say somebody recorded or there's a recording of a conversation. The temperance and the strength, there is, because it's strong, it's stuck, it's there. 4 Swords and the 7 of Cups, though, there is something cryptic about who he was talking to, because it was multiple people either on the same call or multiple people he called at the same time. Like he had one on hold and talked to the other or something. But there's something about multiples, because it's not really clear who he was talking to if you were just overhearing it with the Seven of Cups.
What'd you get, Becca?
He did not talk to Mark Meadows. He didn't talk to Mark Meadows. He talked to another person that was part of the entourage that had a link or some sort of a link to all the fraud that was happening. Okay, so I asked who did he talk to? Birds. There's your phone call with a woman that's suffering. This is also an older couple. So I don't know if he had direct communications with, say, Jenny Thomas or something. I don't know who this woman is. But it says here that he talked to a woman. There was a conversation that was very difficult and painful, and this woman is suffering. So
Interesting, because I get, like, the transfer of power. I get it was someone high up, but I get it's a woman too. So maybe Clarence Thomas's wife,
or maybe there's another woman that we haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, it's a female that he talked to. I definitely get that about, hey, let us paramilitary people go in here and block that transfer of power and show strength here.
Or it could be a Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's all I get. He did not talk to Mark Meadows. He spoke with a woman that's suffering and in pain right now.
There may be more than one woman, because I get there will be illumination on the women, and I also have the Queen of Cups here. So I think there might be more than one female that he talked to. And I do think he talked to somebody in the Peanut Butter Boys too about their plans. Like, what are you doing? So I think there was cross paramilitary group communication.
Yeah, and there's another one, the Kraken lawyer. I mean, I just get that there's a woman that he spoke to that's suffering, that's regretting stuff, that's probably crapping her pants right now.
Well, speaking of Kraken lawyers, Rudy canceled his agreement to testify to the House committee because they wouldn't let him film for transparency purposes. All these meetings are, behind the scenes and everything. They're doing the hearings in June. So will they hold Rudy in contempt of Congress? Because he waited till the day he was supposed to testify to not show up. How to drag it out.
Page of Pentacles. Thank you, Karen, for reposting the questions, too. Oh, Page of Pentacles comes back out again. So will he be held in contempt? Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Not necessarily, but there is a subpoena that is going to be reissued, though. There's your document there, and then there's your giving of the document there. Two of Cups, cooperation unions, Six of Wands, person at the center of attention, Seven of Wands, defensive. So, yeah, they're calling back, but I don't think contempt, no. Because didn't they deny him? Like, you can't do this. And so it's not that he didn't go. Well, he didn't.
They wouldn't play by his rules.
Yeah. Let him film it.
But that's the thing, Johnny. You don't get to commit a crime and then walk in there and try to make orders so you can continue to flip the script to try to BYOA. No. I get that he's gonna get transferred somewhere, like a recommendation. He's getting transferred somewhere, and that is going to stick. So I don't know if it's DOJ or what, but it's like there's the power, there's the force, transfer, and then it reaches its goal.
Yeah, I'm getting a referral or something like because I do get he'll get some sort of indictment. They're talking now about how to secure him and everything, and um, they've already got stuff on him from their investigation. So he's lost no matter what he does. You know, he's going to have regrets no matter what he does. But they're going to make him anxious, put him in defense mode, and I do get there's some sort of referral or something to judgment to like Justice Department. So they'll bully him, but I don't think anything will really happen with him until something goes with Trump also.
And
So it's
here's
going to
the
be a
thing,
little while.
Rudy, you're low hanging fruit, dude. You are low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit.
So NASA is sending naked drawings, nude drawings of a male and a female, along with some DNA, out into space. Like this, sending it out into space, kind of like they'll send messages out into space sometimes. But now they're sending a nude drawing of a man and a woman. Will they get a response to their space porn? Like, why'd you have to send a picture of them nude? Why not just send a picture of a drawing of people in clothes? They're going to be shocked when they get here and we're all wearing clothes. Unless they go to Maddie's house. Go over to Cawthorn's house. That's where you'll find them.
You get a response. Well, response no, but I mean, somebody does find that. Three of Pentacles, the Empress. The Empress is life to me. And Page of Pentacles. There's your pictures and other crap that you sent. But Three of Pentacles, that somebody receives it somewhere. At some point in time. Now, maybe, it takes 8 gajillion light years to get to the closest habitable planet to us, but.
What'd you get, Becca?
Yeah, but not any time in our lifetimes. It ends in power. That's longevity.
Light years away.
Yeah, but it says, maybe they'll laugh about it because, there's luck and opportunity, a lot of laughter and lightheartedness about the gift, but it's going to take a long time. So unless this is talking about a different government or a different institution, like, I don't know, maybe Elon Musk will get it in his freaking
space.
Yeah, and start laughing about it.
It's funny because the drawings look so juvenile to me. Like, I could have drawn something like that when I was 9 years old. It was practically stick figures, but naked man and woman. I get they get it, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't want that." Like, they kind of lay low on it. But victory, they receive it. But do they get a response? No. They're like, "Yeah, these people need to go." There's strength in the signal, though. So I do get it's received, but makes them a little anxious. Like, yeah, okay, don't really want to.
It would make some anxious. I could see, because you might be under the suspicion that you're alone in the universe, and then this comes sailing by, and you think, a sentient being had to put this together, and then here's a vial of DNA. Not that they would know it's DNA, but still, here's a vial of something, and if they are anything like us, let us test it and see what it is. Just don't break it open and something spawns and you got Jurassic Park on a new planet somewhere, with all these humans running around.
So why did they decide to send nude drawings? Like, why not send a nude photo or something that looks realistic? If you're going to send nudity, like, there's plenty of them in Hustler and
or send just a photo album of a bunch of different types of humans.
Yeah, send pictures of them dressed.
It's an expression. Like, I guess it's so is a photograph, though. I mean, come on. Just, I say, take a white man, white woman, black man, black woman, an Asian woman. These, so, and then send that in like this is all the different rainbows of human, Homo sapien here on this planet, and so forth and so forth. But it's an expression. The hangman looking at it differently. High priestess looking at that inner knowledge or the knowledge period differently. Page of Pentacles would be your garbage that you just sent in there. Right now, somebody said in the chat, it's just space debris, pretty much. Right? Like quit throwing stuff in the trash. Recycle. I don't know.
What you getting, Becca?
To show that there's two. To show that there's two. Ship, fish, crossroads. I'm wondering what's in that DNA though, because it says that there's an abundance of choices. So,
Oh Lord, they said sperm.
I don't know, because I mean, just look at our skin color. Just our skin color alone, there's a lot. Eye color, there's a lot. You know what I mean? So, it's to show that there's two, and also an abundance here of choices,
of options.
Yeah.
I heard like that dating site Match. Like they wanted to show a complete family, so to speak. Like it takes a man and a woman, to procreate, so to speak. And that's our creative inspiration there. I do get there was some indecision going on with the choice though, but they wanted to show like a married couple. That's how I'm getting it, which was very patriarchal. I can't talk tonight.
So you mean to tell me the church got involved, Jenny? These damn evangelicals got involved again?
It's a little bit old fashioned, out of date, so, but I get the judgment this past side is like, yeah, we'll leave y'all alone.
I mean, NASA defends its public money that it gets, and I like NASA. I like space. I love space, actually, but you could have done something else with the cost to send that up. Like, you could have done something else. And everybody's saying this is new. They did it before. You could have done something else then, too. So, yeah, let's not. Let's not do that anymore, please.
You could have given everybody here in the U.S. some kind of little rebate or something on their taxes.
Man.
Well, it's like Musk and Bezos and everything, billions they've got.
If you're going to send something, send books. Send an iPad full of information or something. Send something other than drawings. Like, I can't.
So, never mind. I'll shut my mouth. Actually, no. I saw a comment somewhere up in the comments, and it made me think of Donald Trump's cognitive test: person, man, woman, camera.
Flashcards.
Look how intelligent we are. They'll be like, no.
Because, I mean, if you want something out there to see an example of what lives here, then you need something of a wider scope, I think. Send them directions, send them coordinates, send them history about our solar system. Send them a complete package of this is what we are, this is who we are, this is where we are, type of thing, instead of them just picking up pictures and saying something out there looks like this, but we don't know where. We don't know. But okay. I bet you no other planet is doing this. This is ridiculous. Leave it to us.
We received some junk mail.
Ain't nobody doing stupid stuff like this.
Where's our spam? We got enough problems with the people here on Earth. We don't need more from space.
Yeah.
So,
IKEA instructions translation.
Wait, what was
I
that?
really think we're stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Humans.
So Trump's last Department of Defense guy has written a new book. I forget his name. Y'all help
Mark
me.
Esper. Mark Esper.
Esper, thank you. And so the Trump wanted to fire missiles on Mexico to, in the drug
And nobody
factory.
will find out. We can do it in secret, and nobody will know it was us.
Yeah, let's start World War III by firing on Mexico, one of our trade partners that we trade with all the time. Let's just fire missiles on it. It's like, why do these people not say something while they're in office? Why do they wait till they write their damn books to tell us about it?
And according to that reporting, that piece of crap Steve Miller was egging him on, being totally serious, just egging him on to start bombing the crap out of Mexico. Like that, and nobody will ever find out it was us. Nobody's going to know it was us.
So now that this has just come out in the last week, what does the Mexican president think of his relationship with the U.S.? I mean, granted, we have a sane person in the presidency now, but I'd be nervous for the next Trump.
He really was a disaster. I mean, not that we need any more proof, but good Lord.
Send pictures of him out into space bartending down at Mar-a-Lago.
If we send pictures of him out into space, we're being invaded and somebody's going to destroy us. That's how that's going to go. It's like something's horrible going down there. Kill it before it spreads. 7 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. What do they think about us? There is schemes and potential abandoning ship type thing, but this is more of a fear than it is a reality because the 7 of Cups is right above it. The Ace of Cups is below it. This is a new emotion that's struck too. So this fear, the 2 of Cups, your bonds and your partnerships. 3 of Swords, your betrayal. Betrayal doesn't come from your enemies. So it's a fear and it's legitimate, but it's just a fear for right now, which, I mean, that goes around, but it's a fear.
I get that there is nervousness, anxiety, and unease because it has these recent revelations have eaten away at something that was very pure and had a lot of virtue. Got eaten away here.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be some negotiations. So, and not just what he said about bombing Mexico, but how he went after the trade that we had with Mexico and Canada too. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like negotiating and talking, but these two together are not good because this is anxiety and this is nervousness. So put that together, but it'll result in perhaps more communication in the early stages of some sort of negotiations between Mexico and us.
Yeah. I get they're watching us close now because they realize, like, America, whoever they vote for, what they offer changes every time. Like it was eye-opening to them. So they need to be careful and not rely on the nostalgia of the good old days. They realize there's some that are sneaky that would try to burden them, and they're going to be watchful, very watchful of our elections. They realize that they could have been targeted by corrupt surprise and everything. So I get also they may build up their defenses a little more.
Good luck. It's not just Mexico and Canada. Like when Trump was in office, the entire world, minus the dictators, Putin and Kim Jong Kung Pao Chicken over there,
Mm-hmm.
and Z were everybody on the planet was on edge because they knew he was a freaking lunatic with no guardrails and hungry for power in the country with the largest military ever. The world was pooping their pants. So not just us.
Tomorrow is Russia's Victory Day, and there's a lot of speculation about will Putin declare war or Will he declare a special military operation now? Well, no, he's been saying it's a special military operation. Will he enact what is it? His mobilization law, which means that he would block anyone of age from leaving Russia that he wants in the military. Will he involve martial law, which would suspend elections and consolidate his power? Or will he try to annex eastern Ukraine? Like they assume he'll do some sort of big message tomorrow on May 9th because it's Victory Day. The day or the day after. The day after Defender of the Fatherland Day is the day that he attacked Ukraine. So is Putin going to do anything this week in light of it being Victory Day in Russia tomorrow? We know he's having a parade. A very much like Kim Jong-un, when he does his little military parades, like, look how big my rocket is. Oh, my pins are drying up with ink.
I get that government or institutions will be delayed. The risk or opportunity is uncertain, and something is solidified. So that was like 8 different yes/no questions. And so I just asked, what is he going to do on Victory Day? He's going to delay government, and opportunities for or any hope of a change is going to be uncertain to solidify himself.
So he'll probably suspend elections and all that to consolidate power.
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like. I'm kind of getting that too. What you getting, Johnny?
I get it's more of a Hope Day parade instead of a victory. The victory card did fall out, and so I just kept it with the Ace of Swords. But then I get the Two of Pentacles. So something is not quite balanced, or something that he's taking on could throw him out of balance with the Two of Pentacles. And there's the King of Swords, which is him, and the Star. So it's more of a Hope Day parade and not a victory. There's something he is planning to do something, though. The Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So he's going to talk about plans and Seven of Wands, climbing to the higher ground, and speak about the victory for Mother Russia with the Sun and the Empress. The Six of Cups, though, it's a bit of a naive plan, maybe a pie in the sky type of thing, longing for old times with the nostalgia. But right now, there is no victory. There's just a speech, if you would.
Well, they've lost, I think it's 18,000 soldiers on the Russian side since this all started, and they're not even bringing them home, to Russia most of the time. I get he's going to create anxiety, but I don't feel like it's for Ukraine and the rest of the world. I think he's going to create more anxiety propaganda in Russia, like we have to fear the West. So he's like, being watchful and sneaky, but his message is about, oh, woe is me, what we're the ones that are burdened, and trying to get steady emissaries for the country. I got that sense of nostalgia too, like bringing the power together and how we're doing the right thing, climbing to higher ground here. He's going to talk about they're not done yet, but he is going to say they've been victorious thus far. So he's just going to try to create imbalance. Thank you, Cold Toes. Trying to create imbalance through also tying their love up in it, their love of Russia. Interesting. Matt Gaetz, in his comment, Johnny, over the protesters, that abortion rights protesters are overeducated, underloved millennials. So, what was your question about it?
Does he really believe that, or is he pandering?
Overeducated?
Yeah,
Yes.
all the women, all the protesters, they're
Like that's the
Overeducated, underloved, and overeducated.
overeducated and underloved. Is that a bad thing?
like we're
Because I
all,
mean, if you want to, you can keep banning books, and then you dumbasses won't even know how to count votes in Florida when you get them. Like, by all means, please.
If there's any of you left,
Yeah. So what was the question?
did he believe? Does he actually believe what he just said, or is he trying to pander? Is he?
overeducated and underloved millennials.
Here's my thing. I
It's
mean,
they're overeducated because they're over 17.
Matt. Oh, as I pulled the Six of Cups. They're not all kids, Matt.
What were you about to say? Here's my thing.
I don't know, but that threw me off, right? Because I got the Six of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. He would like to keep the nostalgia. But does he believe it? Not necessarily, but here's the thing. You believe it enough for it to fall out your stupid chicken lips. So there is the Ace of Swords, so that would be your yes. But the Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, no. This is more of a dream or wish. I need something to happen, but he will regret it, though. I don't understand how the blatant attack is a different, like you trying to overthrow Roe v. Wade, you can blame it on abortion, even though you just don't want women to exist until you need them for something. Okay, fine. But you can blame that on abortion. But this is just an anti-women period. So the blatant attack of women is boggling of the mind to me.
I mean, get ready to start moving up and using your hands, man, because
Have your fun with the Four Sisters on Thumb Street, as they say. Now, here's another thing, too. We said this back in the day when we were reading on the Age of Aquarius, is that the patriarchy is not going to go down easy.
without a fight.
But it's because it's like it's clawing. It's it's doing one of those things to where it's making the indent in the floor because it's not even that women are snatching your power away. It's just their time, number one. But number two, everybody around you can see they're the more rational choice. And it's not just because they're women. It's just things that are coming out of their mouth sound better than yours.
It's the patriarchy's last hurrah before they go down in flames.
Yeah.
Are we going to see it in our lifetimes? I don't know. The patriarchy has been around since the beginning of civilization. Even before they wrote the Bible, it's been nothing but the freaking patriarchy. They ain't going to give up just because it's the moral thing to do. Does he believe it? No, he's pandering. It's the how can I say this?
Thank you, Shelby.
Lily White conservative man.
Lily White conservative men that he's trying to get their trust and their loyalty from. And this is also a man, King of Spades. So it's pandering. It's pandering to conservative, because this is also very conservative ideology for loyalty. Does he believe it? No. Because if you go and talk about overeducated, then where did you go to school? Because he went to law school too.
Mm-hmm.
So are you putting yourself in that little bubble of overeducated? Because most people don't even make it to law school. So therefore you have some sort of educational elitism. even though you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like,
People are lucky to go to 4 years of college, much less go on to law school.
And I want him to define what is overeducated, that she can count to 11 without taking her shoes off type thing. What is overeducated to you exactly?
Yeah, exactly. They know how to count. They know how to read.
She knows
Like,
sleeping with a 17-year-old is statutory.
Come on.
I get he's leaving breadcrumbs. So trying to be strong, powerful, action, get those donations from the people who love him. It's the Trump base. It's a message to them. But does he believe it? No, he's just trying to be strong. But I'm getting really soon. He's going to be put on trial in defense. Everything's getting ready to change for him, and he's going to jail. Courts are moving in on him. So that's interesting. That's coming up soon.
Thank you, Shelby.
Something else I don't understand with these evangelicals, and not just the evangelicals, the old white men that want to take this country back to the 1950s, where the wife didn't work. She was barefoot and pregnant with 4 kids in the house already. You can afford to take care of your family on a single income in this country. You can't do that anymore. So why do you want to go back to that time when the blacks stayed over there, the women sat at home, we ran the country, without considering that in order to have that entire equation, you need living wages, which people don't have in this country. You cannot afford that ideology. But they still, somebody make that make sense, because I don't get it. I don't get it.
So DeSatan has been sued by 3 constituents for violating Disney's First Amendment rights of free speech, and thereby attacking Disney, which now the constituents have to cover the difference in their taxes. So it's a 2-part lawsuit. But the first part is for violating Disney's First Amendment's rights of free speech to say what they want. So how is that lawsuit going to go? Ricky Roland?
That's a hard one to prove, though. How's it gonna go?
He did target them when he just did away with their
Because he didn't do it for no reason.
yeah.
He did it for exactly that. But it's just, can you prove that DeSantis took your special permissions away simply because you didn't like his bill? That would be attacking your.
Simply because you didn't like that Disney said that they were okay with being gay and being.
Here's the thing, though. They want to rail against the cancel culture and free speech and this, and they're the ones running around canceling
everything.
Not letting people, don't say gay, don't talk about gays, can't have abortions. I mean, there's a laundry list, but hey, we're for First Amendment rights and anti-cancel culture.
Canceling math books. That's the new cancel.
I mean, come on. Because A plus B equals C somehow has to do with critical race theory. Like, but keep going, dude, because your people ain't gonna know how to count votes. So
I get 7 to 1's defense. Climbing to the higher ground, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit, there will be a searching through a searching or an investigation over time into this. The Strength and the High Priestess, I mean, it doesn't go anywhere. I don't think. Knight of Wands ends in the 5 of Swords. I don't think it goes anywhere.
Either there's wisdom, satisfaction with the many, and then there's innocent there. So, like, maybe he's found innocent, you know?
Yeah. There's too much money behind DeSantis. I get like whatever this case is, it gets made smaller. There's in the courts, how it's structured will cause some anxiety. And I get, the leader, the governor, has hope. So there's too much money behind this. He's too connected. It does send a message out, but I don't get it really goes anywhere.
But here's a silver lining against a Satan, because I guess he pissed off Spanky, so now Spanky's like been railing against him for months now, because the Satan is taking all the credit and
Because he doesn't like to be outshined.
So let's put them in a mud wrestling match.
That's why he went and found the most. Well, he didn't. The most vanilla man he could find in Mike Pence to run with.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
The Georgia grand jury for the election meddling. How's Lindsey Graham going to fare in that? He's being investigated by the grand jury, and as well as Trump. How's this going to affect Lindsey Graham? What you getting, Johnny?
A whole bunch of stuff. I built too many cars. We don't have that kind of time, but I'll summary version. Word of warning is the Ten of Pentacles. So there's some sort of committee there, or some sort of it's a body of governance type thing. So it's not like the Ten of Pentacles or Ten of Cups, to where it's like a group. This one has officials or official titles or responsibilities. So that won't fare well for him. He does sit pretty, though, when it comes to his position. So I don't think that, even if something horrible comes out in the news, don't think he's about to be impeached or sequestered or censured or anything like that. No. He's still sitting pretty right there. This goes on for a while. It drags with the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles, but it ends in the Seven of Swords. So some schemes will be revealed, but that's as far as I got. But we already know what he did because he was on the telephone. But I don't see jail or anything like that right now. We're in the beginning stages still.
What you getting, Becca?
I second that. I get that he's going to be fine. They're lacking something. Man, satisfied, power. There's a delay, the meddling, eating away at it. So they're lacking something, whether it's hard evidence, whereas with Trump, they have him on the phone. You cannot dispute that is him, that is not him. With Lindsey Graham, they're lacking something. He's fine. It may cause him a little bit of stress and anxiety, but he's fine.
Yeah, I get it's real slow moving too here, but there's conspiracy here because I have the devil on the bottom. There's conspiracy here working with the man in charge, so working with Trump. There's some communication they're still seeking, something else that they're still trying to get their hands on. So something's a little cloudy. I do get that there's a change later that brings some illumination to Lindsey's part in it. I don't know that he'll go to jail or anything, but I do get judgment may cause him to get forced out, like retire burdened for his betrayal here. So I don't know that he'll stay around after it all comes out, but it's going to drag out.
Paging cirrhosis of the liver. Paging cirrhosis of the liver.
The DOJ is talking to Deutsche Bank again.
Oh, Lord.
Does it have, I mean, does it have anything to do with Trump? We'll start there.
Our DOJ.
Our DOJ
Okay.
talking to Deutsche Bank again. Oh, I better put the dark money card back in the deck.
It stayed out. It knew what was coming.
You knew it was coming. It just stayed out right in the middle.
Eight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles would say no. But if I read it, it's like it's not about him, but it could be. So where they raided the offices in Germany, the headquarters, I should say, because of money laundering. So that in particular thing didn't have anything to do with Trump per se. So the answer is no. I'm just adding the other part in.
Yeah, maybe it has to do with
It could have something to do with money being funneled into organizations, though. So one of them could be his.
That's what I get. Organizations. It's been established that there's an organization here that has the paperwork and the results. I don't know what organization this is, but it could be Trump org. It could be the RNC. It could be how they were funding campaigns, rallies, because this is somewhere where there's a network of people and a very large audience. That's what it's looking like to me. Not Trump individually, but an organization. So
I get something surprising is coming out. Strong evidence. I do get yes over here with the bank, but this could be organizations too. Somebody changing money changers. Something changed with money. So I get yes, but I also get there's a female. There's 3 others that are involved in this corruption. And everything's like covered up, but there's something that was in secret that's getting broken open. So I'm going to say yes. Let's see. Sheldon Whitehouse has been going after the Federalist Society. Because they keep funding our SCOTUS nominations and all the money behind it. He's like calling them out on the Senate floor. Will he get any effective change done to get the Federalist Society out of our government and all their dark money?
It's flying out. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Ain't that lovely? No. Six of Pentacles and the Strength is Six of Pentacles and Strength. So there's money being dealt out, charity, if you want to call it that way, and strength. Then the Two of Swords, a decision is not being made. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles flew out first. That's stability. So, but the King of Swords and King of Cups is also here. So these are leaderships. You can do anything. You can say no to remember when they were called the Tea Party, and then they changed their name to the Freedom Caucus. That's what happens is you say, okay, no more Tea Party. We're done with it. There's no such thing as no more Tea Party. You just changed your name. So even if you got rid of the Federalist Society, they would just call themselves the Republican Society or whatever other kind of society you want. But it's secure.
Friends of the Patriots or whatever.
No, this is going to be an ongoing routine fight. Repeats over. I know it's going to be a routine. It's a routine fight that just for the long haul. So no.
Yeah, I get we're stuck and can't seem to get our grip on this and how to shift the attention away from the Federalist Society and the money away, and justice is. I get no. There's a lot of anxiety around this. It's a strategy until they have people working on both sides of the aisle that want to look at securing things more. No, we're just waiting.
Because our government is pretty much run by like 9 people.
Here's my thing. And I got these devil horns on and everything, but I really wish I were the devil. Because you know what I would do right now? There's nothing them Christian loving people hate more than a Muslim. So I would get a freaking Muslim to take over everything in this country and then start ramming their religious views down their throats until they scream mercy. Just for payback. Just for freaking payback. Like, I mean,
a Muslim married to a pagan. Let's do it.
Because these people don't love nothing more than their bacon. Ban bacon across the board. Ban bacon.
Out of here.
Yep.
Okay, last question of the night. If the devil wears Prada, like the movie,
I'm sitting this one out. I'm sitting as
no, you gotta do it. If the devil wears Prada, what should the devil's apprentice wear?
I'm not even gonna shuffle.
the devil wears Prada.
What should the devil's apprentice wear?
I prefer
Like-
Burberry, personally. Burberry is my choice.
I'm getting
What does the devil's apprentice wear?
the story in my head. Okay, so keep in mind, you know what? I'm not even going to preface anything. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. So the devil's apprentice also would be in charge of recruitment. Don't ask me how I know, but you would be in charge of recruitment as well. And so what you need to do is find independent designers and wear spikes. That's what you're
Ooh,
gonna
I
do
like
there.
that. Valentino comes to mind. Alexander McQueen. He puts a lot of skulls and stuff on his stuff. See, I know my fashion.
You need to find an independent artist and wear spikes.
I get that the dress here, because this has to do with fashion, okay? Because Storks is pregnancies, but it's also dancers, okay? So I get that they would wear something very light and flowy so that they can deliver mail and stuff, or also perhaps stuff to go that you would use on a farm or go riding. So maybe equestrian wear, but high class equestrian wear. So maybe exactly like a whip, or well, I didn't get whip. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Put it in there anywhere.
But I would say high fashion, high street, what they call it in London, high street equestrian wear.
Thank you, Plucky Hero.
I don't want you all looking nasty when you're on the job. Okay.
I get pack your bags, you're moving. But I get the apprentice card here. Would wear party wear, something that's overindulgent party wear, though. So like over the top.
Over the top. Oh,
Over
what are the things that women wear that lace up in the back?
corsets.
Corsets.
Over the top party wear. Something that's probably on like a distant shore. And I get, don't worry about it because the man in charge is going to talk to you when you're in school.
I'm not a man. I'm a woman.
No, the man in charge, the devil, when he's in when you're in school, because you're the apprentice. When you're in school, he'll talk to you about what the dress code is.
Listen, Satan. I got my own rules here.
You don't tell me what to wear.
You don't tell me what to wear. I'm taking over the joint because you have been sleeping on the job. Look at all these bad people running around. Seriously, and they're all Jesus' children. They're all Jesus' children. You ever notice that? When you guys always pull cards and you're like, devil, come get your children. Don't pull me into this. They're all Jesus's kids. Because we're Christian and we're such good Christians. We love everybody.
The devil was my roommate for like 4 years, so I know him.
I'm gonna be
He's not that bad. I mean, he's not that. He gets a bad rap because of the whole Bible thing, but he's not that bad.
No.
Well, you know, if it's party wear and kind of high-end overindulgent, you know, maybe you go raid Madison Cawthorn's closet.
Oh my gosh, Jenny, I just thought, you know, remember I said high street equestrian wear? Knee-high petty boots, thigh-high petty boots.
That's it.
With high heels. Yep.
Stiletto petty boots.
Yep. Petty Boots
Well,
Club.
Next week we're on House of Lenormand's channel, same time, just a different station. You guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and again, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. We will see you next Sunday.
Go to Krispy Kreme and get the donuts. They're really pretty and taste really good.
Devil made you do it. Bye, everybody.